do is they want to talk about themselves and their ideas, and they're shoving stuff on me. They're horrible assumptions. Now, thank goodness some people actually ask. Now, the lady who's hopefully going to, she can't help, she can't listen. That's the biggest problem, is that people can't stop shoving stuff down my throat like I'm a fucking retard. See, that's why I need help, because everyone treats me like I'm a fucking retard. Like I am too fucking retarded to know what it feels like to get fucking punched in the face. Like I am too retarded to know what it feels like to be pushed or shoved. My family are shitty goddamn people. But these ain't my family I'm dealing with. This is a bunch of people who want to tell me what to think and what to feel as well. So, of course, I'm supposed to understand that many of these people are victims themselves. Okay. They need to understand that I am the victim who needs to be fucking heard right now, not you. If we're going to focus on you, then I will take the time to focus on you. If you want me to drop everything and help you, I will. But I need you to help me as well. And I have had experience after experience where I've helped people, because if I help them, they'll help me. And it doesn't end up happening. It never stops being about them. Good breadstick. I'm trying though. If I don't let her talk, she'll tell me it's her turn to talk. Why is it everyone else's turn to talk? Always everyone else's turn to talk. Listen to the victim. Stop deferring to your stuff or deferring to the Jesus and fucking listen to the goddamn victim. Then there's, I'm gonna do a background check. Okay, do a background check. Please do. Please do. When you are constantly interrupting me to tell me that something is illegal, I know. That's why I'm telling you. This is what I need help turning in. But you're never gonna get that if you keep interrupting me to tell me that it's illegal and then going off on a tangent about Jesus and yourself. If we need to focus on you first, let's do it. I don't have the money to be wasting on a room for 2 nights, but I have to spend money on a room to rent for 2 nights. I have to. I literally have to. That way, I can stop and listen and actually be able to make these calls without Starbucks music in the fucking background. Stop asking what I've done. Stop asking me if I called this place or if I called that place. Stop. Stop. find out the crimes that were committed against me. That's a good start. You were able to recognize that it was crimes that were committed against me. Step 2 is to turn it in. Having to explain to somebody what it means to be an at-risk adult while they're interrupting you in the middle of answering to ask you again what an at-risk adult is complicated. And I'm stuck in public. And it was inevitable that I was eventually going to get, of course, harassed into leaving no matter where I go. You can't hang out here all day. I didn't hang out all day. I'm fucking working on something. And I'm a paying customer. Not that it fucking matters. She's literally not hearing anything I have to say about the safety issues. Do not talk over the victim. Listen to the victim. Let them share what they're trying to share. Do not talk over them. Do not make it about you. Do not make a whole bunch of suggestions. Just listen to the victim. Listen to the victim. That's a good goddamn breadstick. I have wasted so much time on people who couldn't understand the most simple concept. Listen. Listen. That means listen. Listening requires you to actually listen. When you're repeatedly interrupting me and I say, hey, could you please listen? No, Sean, you need to hear this. Fucking Christ. You have no idea what's going on because you're busy telling me what to do, think, and feel. If we're going to focus on your issues, let's focus on your issues. Let's focus on yours and get them out of the way so I can get some actual help. If I help you the way that you need, will you help me the way that I need? And if I listen to you, will you please listen to me? Let me tell you about the situation with Claire. She literally would never shut the fuck up no matter what. So we had a talking stick. You know what that means? That means that I hand her the talking stick. It's her turn to talk. She talked for over an hour while getting drunk. And then when it was my turn, she was too fucking drunk to shut up. I'm not allowed to say anything. Or I'm a horrible person. Do you have any idea how much money I spent in that direction that I don't have to spend? How many days I wasted running around doing errands for them because if I did this and I did that, they'd be able to help me, and I did this and I did that, and all they wanted to do was canoodle. That's the point, is that people need to understand what I have gone through to try to get help, to try to get one fucking person to goddamn listen. Shut up! Please! Listen. Listen to understand, not to interrupt me, not to tell me about yourself, not to give suggestions. Now this lady, after I've been typing to her for days, she can tell that I can type English and I can read English and I can understand English. And then she asks me if I know how to read. Holy shit. I'm overwhelmed by this. I am so overwhelmed by this. And then she wanted to go off about how I need to get one of these. And then she holds up a USB drive. I've already explained to her that I have a whole bunch of them. All right, then she's telling me I got to buy this and hook up this and get that. And literally, listen to me. Listen. I have all of that shit already. I have it. So she went off for almost another 5 minutes about that fucking USB drive. I have USB drives. I have them. I have them. They're all full of evidence. That's why I'm going to her room. So that I can actually have a conversation, not have to worry about getting kicked out for working on my stuff, not have to worry about the fucking Starbucks music's overhead, not have to worry about somebody from Fred Meyer's treating me like I'm just trying to fucking live in their goddamn Starbucks for free. I'm trying to find a safe fucking environment, and I can't do that when I am constantly forced to move over and over again because I'm fucking homeless. I can't even live in a fucking parking lot. There's nowhere for me to fucking go. You goddamn Americans are Nazis everywhere. You can't be poor in America. It's not allowed. The more poor you are, the less the human being you are. The only protection that you have from this is having friends or family who actually give a shit. But they actually have to give a shit. Now this lady, I know that she's got some issues of her own and she needs help with that. Hopefully, if I spend all of my time for one of these days trying to help her out, maybe she'll listen to me. Maybe it'll be my turn to be heard. Maybe it'll be my turn to speak. Right now, my vehicle is illegal to drive. Illegal. All right, my plates are not legal. And instead of going off about, oh, well, according to this, and this, according to something or other, you can actually drive and it's not legal for... Stop! Stop and recognize the issue, all right? Recognize the issue. I do not have the money to get my vehicle all legal because it takes more than just my vehicle. It's more than just the plates. It's more than just the tags. It is more than that. My Nebraska license is Nebraska. It says Nebraska. I get $820 a month to try to fucking live on. That is not enough to do all of this. The longer it takes somebody to actually listen and actually help and not make it about them nonstop, the more fucked I am. I don't hate any of these people. I hate the fact that I'm getting in trouble because I can't fucking afford to do anything legal. I am frustrated. In order to help the victim, you have to get familiar with them and their situation. There's got to be a way to turn around here. There was somebody pulling out as I was trying to pull in. I'm not a good driver. I am fucking overwhelmed. Instead of people understanding that I'm overwhelmed, when I explain to them that I'm overwhelmed, they overwhelm me further. No vacancy, all right? There's no vacancy here. That means I can't rent a room here. So I'm going to have to drive around this person who has obviously taken up every bit of... Jesus Christ. Who the fuck taught these people how to park? So So now I have to go into town, which is a very unsafe situation for me. And this is the thing, that I'm constantly running around doing all this crap, trying to get fucking help. But how is anyone gonna help me if they can't shut up? And then I get treated like I'm a horrible person if I say, please listen. Instead of saying shut up, I say, please listen. I even send them the fucking training stuff so they can read it for themselves and understand how harmful they're being. It don't make any difference. Now this is a rundown motel, and I was told about a place that's even more rundown that might be cheaper. So, many of these services that I've gone to have actually told me to do things that are illegal. And they didn't bother to find out that those things were illegal. They just told me to do them. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off here. Alright, I can't just spend a whole bunch of money for people who aren't going to fucking help me. Who are going to continually talk over me and tell me how to think and how to feel and talk about this nonstop. Please, can we focus on me? Can we please focus on me and listening to me? Can we please make it about the fucking victim for once? If you were victimized as well, which this lady is explaining to me that she has been, and she needs help as well, I am willing to help her. I really am. But I am spending all of my resources trying to find help that does not exist. You want to stop and ask if I've gone to this service and that service? I will tell you what services I have gone to and what the issues were with those fucking services, but you need to shut the fuck up. For Christ's sake. I'm not driving illegally because I'm some horrible criminal goddamn mastermind. I've been fucking victimized into extreme goddamn poverty. Anyway, I gotta try to find a motel to fucking move into for 2 nights. Hopefully, if I spend one night helping her with her stuff, she'll spend a night helping me with mine. Hopefully. Now, there was a guy who was offering to help me with a place to park my car, but oh my god, the fucking scary shit today that he was pulling, I'm fucking scared to go over there. I'm gonna send this lady the recording of it, but that's not the point here. You know, there's all of these fucking alcoholics I gotta go to for help. All these homeless folks that I gotta go to for help because nobody who's not homeless is helping me. Meanwhile, I'm literally back in town in an area where I have been repeatedly victimized, and I don't want to be here to be victimized again. I don't want these people who have had repeated access to me, who have done harmful things to me over and over, to have access to harm me again and again and again. I am tired of it. I have to worry about police officers committing crimes against me for trying to turn them in. I guess I pulled forward a little bit too much. got my stuff charged up a little bit. I'm gonna go ask him where this place is. That sounds like a... Bonjour. Is that the feller with the PT Cruiser?
Hey.
Oh, you're good. I won't bite you. I don't have any teeth. That's not the gentleman with the PT Cruiser?
No.
All right. Wow, your car is way bigger than mine.
It's not my car. I'm Brian.
Oh, I recognize. Now I see you. Last time I see you, you was stuck in another dog.
Yeah.
You was too.
Yeah.
I thought.
Long hang up, hour and a half.
I thought this was the guy who was staying right there with the PT Cruiser.
No, the guy with the big beard.
Yeah. You know where the Red Apple Inn is?
Yep. Go up. It's like
Oh no,
Three
but
blocks,
you need
four
to
blocks.
get away, wait.
there's
2
like
blocks?
9th Street turn, and it's right there, like 10th. Just keep on going and turn right on 10th, cross the road, and you'll see Tillamook Pharmacy. You'll be catty corner from Tillamook Pharmacy.
Cool.
Yeah, Tillamook County Counseling. It's right across the street from Tillamook County Counseling.
Nice.
So if you were to turn here and go up the road, you go all the way down until you see Tillamook County Counseling, and you'll be on your right hand side.
I've never seen that lady before. I don't know what I did to her.
Oh, it has nothing to do with you.
All right.
She just got irritated with the person that was here.
All right.
Yeah, no, she's just a bitch. For real.
That
That's
seems
why I like
to be
her,
a
'cause she's a
frequent
bitch.
pastime out here.
Huh?
I said that seems to be a frequent pastime out here.
Yeah. Well, there's a person that can be bitchy or just be in a bad mood. That's innately her nature. That a powerful, independent, in your face type of person.
Yeah, being addicted to somebody isn't powerful and independent.
No,
It's generally
I
a
said being
sign of
powerful and
long-term
independent
abuse and
is one thing.
fear. Right?
That is just simply a side effect of her not being able to control her behavior and her actions.
I control mine for the most part, but when I gotta scream, I scream. That's only if there's lives at stake, though.
I believe in practicing the art of stoicism.
I used to.
Being calm and assertive is really the only way of doing it. But I found that around here, if you don't assert yourself in the right manner, then people will find you to be a pussy and they'll take advantage of you.
You wanna smell my hand? If you're gonna come and smell me, actually get a good...
He's like, shit, I can smell you on my own way.
See, last time he was all wanting to get petted too. He was all like nuzzling against me. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say nuzzling. I'd say literally pushing his face into my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Come here, say hi.
Well, I'm about to go waste all of my disability for help I probably ain't gonna get. But be safe. And thank you.
Thank you.
The thing is, I've been from one end of the country to the other, and everywhere I go, people just talk over me and waste my time. They don't understand that. All right, so there's 2 steps to this. Number 1, I go to my friends or family. Number 2, they help me turn it in. Number 1, I go to my friends or family. Number 2, they help me turn it in. Number 1, I go to my friends and family. Number 2, they help me turn it in. Number one, I go to my friends and family. Number two, they help me turn it in. Instead of telling me what to do, I might know how to do most of that shit, and I might have done it already. But if you can't listen, if you can't hear me tell you about the crimes that were committed against me and understand that I am telling you about these crimes because I am trying to turn them in, that's the point. That is the point. All of these resources that I do not have, it's because nobody helped me to turn in these criminals, and they were allowed to harm me repeatedly and take everything from me. I made this YouTube channel for the victims. That does not exclude myself. When you speak over the victim, you show you have no respect for the victim. When you make assumptions or you want to ask questions that show your assumptions, you need to be listening during that point in time. Your questions will probably be answered. There isn't a single question that anybody has asked of me that would not be answered very quickly if they hadn't interrupted me. Now, I definitely am making sure that I record while I'm driving, even though I am driving illegally now, because nobody wanted to shut up and help. They wanted to tell me how to think and how to feel and do, not to offer to do it with me. And then they wanted to tell me 400 other things that according to them I need to do. How about we listen to the victim? Chances are pretty good that me going through this for 6 years is that I know more than you do in 5 minutes of almost listening. There's one guy, I've got almost 5 hours of recordings with him. And I went back and I listened to it, and listened to it, and listened to it. And I'm like, holy shit. I think I say like 11 words this whole thing. Out of all the conversations that him and I had, they weren't conversations. It was just him talking over me, telling me how to think, telling me how to feel, telling me how he did it all himself. Nobody did it all by themselves. One lady is telling me about all of these different supports that she has, plus her boyfriend, and she's telling me about how she understands where I'm at because she has no support. Meanwhile, she's living in a house. She has assistants. She has lots of people that are talking with her and to her and about her and her situation to help her out. She literally has the help that I need. But she is not making the connection of the fact that I don't have that. I don't have any of that. I need a friend or family member to help me turn in the crimes that have been committed against me. I need her to understand that there is an extreme safety issue, just like with the rest of you. I need you to understand that I can't just sit around in a town for 3 fucking months waiting on someone to give a shit, because that whole time I am alone. That means if somebody wants to go victimize somebody, I am the most likely candidate. I am a male. Nobody gives a shit about males. I am homeless. Nobody gives a shit about the homeless. I am alone. If you see 3 people walking together, or you see one person alone, which one are you most likely to victimize? For me, I had to trust a bunch of people who had a long history of doing fucked up shit to me. These are the people that I had to go to for help. I explained repeatedly I needed to go to friends and family and they needed to listen. None of them knew how to fucking listen. All they knew how to do was make it about them, every single one of them. And I am overwhelmed with that. And there's Stephanie Larkin. Why is it that anytime I set boundaries with a woman, she starts pretending that I must be some sort of a horrible monster? Like many women, this woman who has never met me, named Stephanie Larkin, now wants to accuse me of being a pedophile and helping pedophiles because I turned in Rihanna Ingersoll. Rihanna Ingersoll is not a fucking pedophile. She was beating on those kids, not fucking them. And by the way, I'm not a fucking pedophile either. And that shit is not fucking okay. Then there's people who want to say, oh, Sean, it's not okay for you to get on my fucking Facebook and post shit. Really? You thought it was fucking okay? Didn't you? How is it fucking different? Oh yeah, you were going to help me, weren't you? That was the whole point, was to get assistance for me. And many, many other victims. But here's the thing, is that it's been only about the other victims that any of you actually care about. Most of you only care about yourselves. Now for me, having to drive illegally through this shit, I don't want to fucking drive. It is unsafe for me to drive because of the abuse that I have endured. Alright? No matter how many times I try to explain that, I'm just going to get talked over. Do you have any idea how hurtful that is? No, you don't until I do it back to you. You know, while you're telling me it's your turn to talk after you've been talking for 45 minutes. Repeatedly interrupted me right when I get to the parts that are important, or you want to interrupt me to tell me that it's illegal for them to do that. I know it's illegal for them to do that. That's why I'm trying to fucking turn it in. That's what I need your help with. I don't hate you. I'm overwhelmed. Big difference. I certainly hope this is not a one-way street. It's not good. All right. Anyway, I think I'm pretty close to this Red Apple place. I think I'm on 11th, actually. So I'm going to pull over right up here, and I'm going to see how close that motel is. And I'm going to hope this lady will please actually listen with the intent of helping. I mean, that's the thing. There's so many people who I thought, hey, this person's finally going to help me. Finally, I found somebody who can listen pretty decent. And then they ghost me for 2 weeks. And when I say listen pretty decent, I mean they only interrupt me about 50 to 60% of the time. Anyway, I decided to make this video because I am fucking overwhelmed. Obviously, all of my videos are because I'm overwhelmed. People force me into a fucking panic attack because of abuse that they don't give a shit about. And then I do desperate shit. They want to be angry at me because I had to do desperate shit. Like show that I told the fucking truth. And that they just let people continue to hurt me. Now, it would have been nice if the auto parts store here had been open because I really was going to get some oil. Anyway, I'm going to turn off the camera. That does put me in an unsafe situation. But I got to find this hotel place. I don't hate these people. I hate the way they treat me. Every time they talk over me, they show they have no respect for me. They show that they don't care what's going on. It's about what they want to do, what they want to force into me, what they've learned in their issues. Well, I'm not living your issues. I'm living mine. I'm living my situation. Stop shoving your situation at me, please.